Come along, Neopians. For our 23rd anniversary, we want to continue with a very special preview. Join us in a tale of mystery, adventure, and intrigue. For today, we'll be revealing the secrets of the Neopets Metaverse storyline. When we began developing Neopets Metaverse, one of the core features that we knew was of the utmost importance was how we told our story. Neopets has a fine-grained history of storytelling, whether through site-wide plots, ancillary video games, or even organically generated content and fanfiction. Neopia has always been a world with a rich narrative tradition. In crafting the Neopets Metaverse story, our narrative design team had some hurdles to overcome, as well as a few key tenets to stick to in order to maintain an authentic Neopian story experience. So stick with us as we tell a tale of how we told our tale. Neopets Metaverse is introducing a brand new world. One of the key challenges facing the narrative team was how to differentiate the Neopets Metaverse Neopia from the classic Neopia. Does Neopia operate in a realm of parallel universes, alternate timelines, or is there a multiverse of Neopias? Certainly, the primary concern was not compromising any of the consistency or canon story of the original Neopia that we all know and love. In fact, our goal was to create a world that added to the story. We found a happy medium for this challenge in our take on the genesis of the Neopets Metaverse. So many of the Neopets plot threads have originated as shrouded in mysterious story arcs. Why couldn't the Metaverse do the same? So we took this concept and we ran with it. In a kind of metaphysical way, the enigma of the Metaverse's Neopia origin could be a driving conflict point in the story itself. At the same time, making sure that the Metaverse was an alternate universe enabled us to touch on unique plot points within this Neopia that couldn't overwrite or compromise what has happened in the classic Neopian ecosystem. After establishing these core principles of the Neopets Metaverse story, we could finally start to ask the big questions. Is Dr. Sloth up to no good again? Did Fiora, in her wisdom, create a new world to protect the denizens of Neopia from some outside threat? Or has a new force emerged to challenge the balance of power within Neopia? You'll have to play to find that out yourself. And moving on to our plots. Oh, we have plots, and more plots. From the Champions of Meridel to the Darkest Fairy and subsequent Altador plot, all the way to Fairy's Ruin, Neopian plots are the bedrock of storytelling within the Neopets Metaverse. We let this concept guide our narrative design process when building out the Metaverse. There were a lot of questions that this concept necessarily provoked. Which plots had loose ends to tie up? Which stories have resonated with most of Neopians? Which character arcs still had room for growth? And the last piece of the puzzle was to create a story that engrossed you, the player. We brainstormed about what made past Neopian stories so compelling. And one thing that kept surfacing in our discussions was that interactivity and agency was at the heart of many of our favorite plots. Lastly, when we bring together our beautifully woven Neopian plots, add some rich character backstories, sprinkle in some player interactivity, do a little wave of Fiora's scepter overhead, and voila! We officially had the foundations of the Neopets Metaverse storyline. But wait, where's the conflict point? Well, remember when we said earlier that the origin of the Neopets Metaverse was a mystery in itself? Something is not quite right here. To discover the mystery of Neopets Metaverse, come join us and find out the story for yourself.